Denny Hamlin, driver of the number 11 FedEx Toyota Camry car. Big winner last night. The rain-shortened Toyota 500 race from Darlington. He and his crew unveiled the number 11 FedEx small business paint scheme ahead of this weekend's race in Charlotte, and it pays tribute to small business owners, the real backbone of America, which is represented through the stars on the car. Denny joins us on the program. How you feeling today?
Feeling good. I kind of knew this interview was coming, so I had to put up a good performance to make sure
Ooh.
legitimized it.
If you weren't on the show, would you have won last night? Is that what you're saying?
I think we've talked about this, right? I mean, I think Paul and those guys have talked about you come on there and you win. It's just part of the process.
I don't want the word to get out, Denny. Then we'll be inundated with drivers trying to win. Is the job different? First of all, you're racing on a Wednesday night, and you're racing, with what's going on with no fans there. How different is that?
It's different. I mean, it's quiet. I mean, I can't express like just the silence of it is the biggest thing. Inside the race car, while the race is going on, we don't notice a huge difference. But when you get out and you win the race, and it's like, okay, go back to your bus for your Zoom media availability. That's when things become a little different.
Did you pour like a drink on your head? Like, do you celebrate at all?
I haven't, but I will in due time.
Do you smoke the tires? I mean, come on.
No, well, because we got to reuse this engine in another race. So I got an email the night before saying, "Hey, protect this engine, no burnouts."
Do you ever have to you gear up for the weekend, but here it is a Wednesday night. Is it different to gear up for a Wednesday night race as opposed to a weekend race?
Well, we usually, like golf, we have one event per week usually. Well, now we're doing two per week for the next few months, trying to catch up. And so the biggest issue we have in motorsports is dehydration, right? I mean, it's so hot in the cars, you sweat out so much. It takes you days to get that back. Well, now we used to have a week to get it back. Now we just got a couple days before we're back in that car again. So the fatigue factor is the biggest thing that we need to kind of be aware of.
Do you ever eat during a race?
Sometimes. I mean, you get some snacks in there every now and then, but I haven't done it in years. I kind of just load up beforehand.
I'm assuming you watched The Last Dance since you're buddies with Michael Jordan. Did you see anything in there that surprised you?
Surprised me.
Well, you know that competitive side of him. You've seen
Yeah,
that.
yeah, yeah. So I knew it, but obviously you hear stories, you read articles, things like that, but you kind of don't understand. I was so young when all this stuff was going on that like I wasn't able to appreciate it. Now I remember watching the 97, 98 finals, but I didn't remember the significance of it. And so going back and seeing everyone's testimony and everyone talking about it was amazing. And for me, I was like, I'm telling you, if that doesn't get you jacked up to like perform at your best and push all your teammates to perform better, I don't know what is. And so, I talked to them last night a little bit as well. People don't know that Darlington is the racetrack that grew his love for NASCAR racing. His dad used to take him to Darlington every year. So that's where he, got that relationship, and to win there kind of right after the Last Dance, I think is pretty cool.
You ever taken him for a ride along?
No, I don't think he'll do it. First of all, getting him in a car, it's going to be a problem. I mean, we're not jockeys or anything, but we're not 6'6" either. So I remember they having when Shaq got in a race car, they had to like cut out the centers of this race car and like expand it so he could get in.
But is there weight? I guess every car has to be a certain weight.
Yeah.
Okay. So if Shaq couldn't be even if you could put Shaq in a car, I'd have to get rid of a couple of like the engine.
Right. To be equal with everyone else. Yes. You can't shed enough metal off that thing to get it equal.
But is there an advantage to weighing less in NASCAR?
No, because they base it off of a 200-pound driver. So if you weigh 190, you have to add 10 pounds
Okay.
to your car. And so they even it out that way.
Who would have a personality similar to Michael Jordan's in NASCAR?
Um, from the competitive side,
Yeah.
I don't know that there's anyone as competitive as I am. I mean, maybe Kyle Busch, with being kind of sometimes tough on his team, things like that. But he's just trying to push, same as Michael, those guys to get to the next level.
We're talking to Denny Hamlin, driver of the number 11 FedEx Toyota Camry car. Had the win last night. Next up is Charlotte, I believe. Is that right this weekend?
Yeah, yeah, and you talked about it, the small business, and they're actually providing a grant for small businesses. $1 million is available in grant money. So, encourage everyone to go to FedEx.com backspace sports small grants and see if you can get a grant from them. So yeah, they've just been a huge supporter of my career. This is my 15th year now with them. We got the Coke 600 coming up this weekend in Charlotte, and then we go back there on Wednesday. So we're cramming a lot of races in here in a very short amount of time.
Did you ever drive a FedEx truck?
I did. I've delivered race tickets. I believe it was out in Phoenix. Went out on a FedEx
Full
truck.
Uniform?
Full uniform. Yep. They were pleasantly surprised to see me at the door delivering the tickets too over the normal guy.
Explain the middle finger etiquette in NASCAR with Chase Elliott last night.
He actually had pretty good form with it, to be honest with you. I mean, just kind of had a few knuckles up. He didn't move his hand around. He just kept it steady, right there in line with the car. So it was good form, in my opinion.
Okay, but what is middle finger worthy on the track?
I don't know. I guess that one probably was. I mean, we all, everyone that knows racing knows that, it was an accident, but still, he got screwed in the process. Worked out good for me, but yeah, it's, the one thing that really does piss me off though, is getting it while you're racing. Like, you're racing a guy and maybe you bump into him, whatever, and he sticks his middle finger out of the window and you can see it, like, it's time to send him.
What do you mean? Tap him?
You got to send him in the fence. Don't be giving me the middle finger.
What if I give you the double bird?
That means you're in the fence because no hands are on the wheel.
But you haven't been in a fight in a while, right?
Last year we had a little tussle with Joey Logano again. Me and him we butt heads a little bit. He kind of came over to talk to me, and I'm cordial. I stood there like a man and wanted to talk to him, and that's all good. But then kind of as he walked away, kind of gave me a shove in the shoulder as he was walking away, and that didn't work. So,
I like your fire, but he's got some reach on you, Denny.
Yeah, he does, but big man like that's got to have slow reflexes.
Well, congrats on the win last night. Good luck this weekend. Always great to check in with you. Thanks for joining us.
Thanks, Dan. See you guys. Appreciate it.
That's Denny Hamlin, driver of the number 11 FedEx Toyota, and win last night.